Hey, it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live right now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we're going along if you're enjoying the content. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. The link is down below for that in the description. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy, which is the world's first online training centre and school for asexuals and asexuality. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am finally back after a 2-week break because I was very, very poorly with a respiratory infection and literally my voice completely stopped. I could just about whisper and that was it. So I came off my antibiotics on Thursday last week, but I've still been recovering. The doctor on Friday says I've still got like a virally infection type thing in my ears. So that's why I can still feel a bit dizzy and stuff. So, and today when I was talking to my mum on the phone, my voice started to go again. So obviously I'm going to try and do my best throughout this video to talk to you as well as possible. If my voice does go, then I'm going to have to stop if you can't hear me anymore, okay? But I am back, and so is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm really, really happy to say, in Terminator Dark Fate. So 2 weeks ago, the last videos were with my best asexual friend Sam, and we were going to Plymouth for their birthday. That's in the UK, and we're going to the aquarium, and we were going to see the film Terminator Dark Fate, which is the newest Terminator in the series. And so the aquarium was really amazing. We had Nando's, which is a chicken restaurant. We had a food there, and then we went to see Terminator Dark Fate, and it was an absolutely amazing film. But the best bit is something to do with the Terminator, Arnie Terminator. I will explain all later because it's related to asexuality. So I was really, really interested in that. So, for those of you who haven't seen Terminator Dark Fate, I am going to be doing spoilers in this video. So if you don't want to hear them, please click away now and watch this video after you've seen the film, because there is going to be spoilers and I don't want you kicking me or saying anything to me like, oh, you spoil it, when I'm clearly telling you now there are going to be spoilers in this video. So Terminator Dark Fate, what is happening? So there is this new liquid Terminator model sent from the future to kill this factory worker. Now, this factory worker, of course, is not going to be just any factory worker. They are going to be very significant to the future of mankind, as all is revealed throughout the film. There is also this cyborg assassin / human sent from the future as well, called Grace, and she is designed to protect this factory worker, who, of course, like I said, is really important to the future of the whole of existence of mankind. So you have this film that's basically based on how the liquid Terminator is trying to kill this factory worker, and all along the film you're trying to think to yourself, why is this factory worker so important? How is she tied to the future? How does it tie in with the previous Terminator movies? Which it does tie in with the other previous Terminator movies, and it does go back in time to more of the earlier movies to actually shed some light on what was happening more with those earlier movies. Now, I'm really pleased that Arnold Schwarzenegger is back in this film as the Terminator he used to be, but not quite. So there's a little twist in that, which I'll get to in a minute. And also Sarah Connor is back to protect this factory worker, as well as Grace, the cyborg from the future that is part human. So it's very interesting how Sarah Connor and the new Grace are both protecting this factory worker. And there's a very big twist as to why specifically Sarah Connor needs to protect this factory worker as well. It's very, very important to the future to her future and the human race. So there was some nudity in the Terminator. If you know this channel now, you'll know I'm asexual. Asexuality means I'm absence of sexual attraction. So I don't look at anyone and think I want to have sex with you. And personally, for me, I'm nudity repulsed, which is quite rare among the asexual folks in general. But hi, Heather. Oh, hi, Heather. I missed you too. Lots of love. Nice to see you back again. Nice to see me back again as well. So yeah, so if you didn't already know, I am an asexual that is nudity repulsed. Not many asexuals are nudity repulsed like me, but me and my best friend both are. And so there is some nudity in this film. And when me and my friend were seeing this film, we were like, oh, do they really have to put nudity in there? Why do they have to do it every single time? But I guess it's become one of the signature sort of signs of Terminator that you always expect them to come from the future back to the past in the present naked. And so you kind of like expect them to land down naked, but it's kind of like, do you really have to do that? And you know, it's obviously to attract the viewers that really like that type of thing. I have to say that you didn't see the female bottom part of the anatomy, and you saw more of the side of the breast, not the actual full on, which was quite good, I thought, because it could have been a lot worse, because I really don't like seeing all that stuff. But it's a really, really good storyline. I thought the whole thing was really well put together. I actually thought Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, I thought he was really, really good. I thought he was better in this movie than Genesis. I thought although he was older, he seemed to be more on the ball, more capable than he was in Terminator, the Genesis movie. If you haven't already seen that, he seemed to be more feeble in the previous movie. I was quite impressed that even though he was old, they got the balance in this film right between his age and what he was capable still of doing as an original Terminator, which I was really, really impressed with. And the most wonderful thing for me of the whole film, if I'm absolutely honest, is the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger as a Terminator had grown a conscience, because he'd been integrated into society that long on the planet Earth that he had grown a conscience, which isn't normal for Terminators in general. And so they had him, Sarah Connor basically found him amongst this with Grace, found him amongst this sort of like normal family life, if you like. And this woman he'd been with, if I recall from the movie correctly, 20 years, and they had no sex. And I'm thinking, this is an asexual relationship. This is so awesome. And you know, the question is like, didn't the woman think like, you're not having sex? Isn't there something wrong? Isn't it weird? Do you know what I mean? And his answer was amazing. It was all about, well, you know, I listened to her, to his partner. I listened to her. I'm there for her. I think he does the housework or whatever. Basically, he does everything a woman would wished him to do, but doesn't have the sex. And so to me, like, he's the ideal type of guy, other than him being a Terminator, that you would want around as a partner. And I thought it was good of the film to show that you can live in a happy family unit without sex. You know, he meant to be with this woman, and she had a kid, so I'm not sure how she had a daughter, the fact they didn't have sex, but maybe she had the daughter from a previous relationship or something, but the daughter was very young, so I don't really understand that. But it was a kind of a lack of continuity. Maybe someone's watching the film can fill me in on those details. Yeah, but other than that, you know, it was amazing. To just that they put forward this fact that they don't have sex and they still got this marvelous relationship, and it works really, really well, and the woman's really happy. Obviously, because he needs to then go and be a Terminator, he then has to leave his family, this family he's created for himself. And one of the saddest moments of the film, I don't know if I should tell you this because it's very, very sad, and this is a huge spoiler, is Sarah Connor in the film says, "I'll be back." And Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator said, "I won't be back," which means that he's unlikely to be in future films. And so I thought I was really, really sad, because I didn't want him to say, you know, that I won't be back. I wanted him to say I will be back, because Sarah Connor, she's still getting on. You know, the actress that plays Sarah Connor, she's still getting on in terms of age, but so's Arnie, and I'm thinking I'd still like to see Arnie, do you know what I mean, in future films. So I kind of hope they... Oh, hi Andy, hello, welcome back Sandra. Thank you, lots of love to you as well as Heather. I said thank you so much. Yeah, I started my live stream like 2 minutes to 11 p.m. I wanted to make sure that people were here for it, which I've nearly finished it now. But yeah, so it was really good, and there is a major twist of to why Sarah Connor is has to protect this factory worker as well, and it's because Sarah Connor changed the future by what she did in the past, previous Terminators. And there's a moment where you see her with her son, who is played by Edward Furlong, and she's no longer got him in her life, but she kind of changed the future by changing the past and the Terminators, if you know what I mean. So she killed Skynet, theoretically. She killed Skynet, and this is kind of a new future that this liquid Terminators come from, and this cyborg slash human assassin from the future who's designed to protect the factory worker. So these two, thanks for the thumbs up, appreciate that. But so these two, the bad Terminator and the good assassin, if you can call an assassin good, because they're on the good side in this movie, they've come from this future that's different because of Sarah Connor and what she did in the past. And it's really interesting to show Sarah Connor as she is now older, and the fact that all this fighting Terminators throughout her whole life has taken its toll, and that she is a human being, that she's not just a machine herself that just kills. It really affects her. You can tell that she's getting more emotional, even though she tries not to let it. You can tell that she's like, over the time, they've really kind of got in her mind of what it's like, if that's how you live, on the run, killing Terminators on the run all the time because you're trying to hide them and fight them all the time. Do you know what I mean? And trying to save humanity. And I thought that was very good to go into the psychology more of Sarah Connor and how that works. And when Sarah Connor comes face to face with the Terminator that killed her son, the Terminator is obviously, like I said, Arnold Schwarzenegger good in this film because he's grown a conscience. Then it's really interesting between how she reacts and how Arnold as the Terminator reacts, because in this film they are actually on the same side. And Sarah absolutely hates this Terminator for killing her son. And, it's really hard for her to have him help them because it's like goes against all her being and caringness for her son, and all, every single kind of film that's gone on of her wanting to fight him, and not trusting him whatsoever, to having to, actually give him a little bit of trust, as it were. And so that's really, really difficult. But I did like the twist at the end, which where you find out this factory worker is not exactly just a factory worker. I said that she's very important for humanity, and she's actually connected to Sarah Connor. I don't know if I should tell you the actual thing, do you know what I mean? The relationship between them. Because I don't want to spoil it for the people who want to go and see it. But it was really amazing. It really was. And so so basically Sarah and this factory worker are actually related, and it's because Sarah Connor changed the past. And so yeah, it's very, very interesting movie, and I really, really do recommend going to see it. I loved seeing the movie. I saw it with my best friend Sam. Andy's one of my best friends as well. Heather's an amazing friend too. It's lovely to see you all here. And yeah, it was just an incredible film. I definitely go and see it. I'm not disappointed. Like I said, I actually thought Arnold Schwarzenegger playing the Terminator, I actually thought he was much better in this film in terms of his ability than he was in the previous Genesis movie. I felt like they got the balance right between his age and his ability to be able to do things. But I'm pleased to say there was absolutely no sex in this movie, even though, again, it's implied that, you know, to keep the human race alive, you're going to have to breed basically in the future. And so they, you know, they have that thread going through the films quite a lot. You know, it's all about breeding yourself in order to carry on the human species and race, which, as an asexual who's not into having kids herself, it's kind of a bit of a weird concept, but I get it because that's what most of the world's like anyway. But it's kind of like, I think sometimes things you do for people and things that you do to leave a legacy can be just as important and good as carrying on the human race. So you can, even if in life that you don't want children, there's still a lot you can do to contribute to this world, to make it a better place, and also spread the love and joy, and to also leave a lasting legacy. For example, although I don't want children, I like writing, and in the way, those books are my little babies, you know, and they will be standing the test of the time when I'm not here anymore. You know, like when you're born, you know, you're born, and then eventually, you know, you're not alive anymore, and then someone else carries on your family tree, as it were. But unless you've left something behind for people to know about you in the future, then you haven't actually. Rap, I missed you. Oh, thank you, Rap. Appreciate that. So unless, you know, leave something, so if you don't want kids, I was saying, you know, if you don't leave something behind of yourself, or even if you have children, you know, once you've had your kids, you've gone, another kid and another kid, you know, what have you left behind? So I think it's important to recognize all the people in life that leave behind a lasting legacy, even if it's not children, and carrying on the human race, because you can carry your ideas forward, you can carry on your passions and dreams by leaving something behind that people will remember forever and it will stand the test of time. And that's why I love writing books for asexuals, because I know they'll be around for years and generations to come when I'm not here. My work and the work of all the people that take part in my books, all the asexuals that I've interviewed for my Asexual Perspectives book. If you didn't already know, the link's down below. 46 asexuals I interviewed for that, my personal story, and Asexual Guide to Sex book that's coming out. You know, these people that took part, their legacy will live long after they're gone. Whereas sometimes if you have kids and then, you know, it's like, where did you go once you're not alive anymore? You know, you can kind of see what I mean. Your books will stand the test of time. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. That's what I'm really proud of. And so, you know, I wanted to get that across because I think the Terminator movies, they're all very, very focused on keeping the human species and race alive. And I think it's important because if I wasn't here, if my parents never had sex, for example, then I wouldn't be here. So as much as I don't want sex, I do appreciate the people that do have sex, to give the ability to people like me who don't want sex, at least a chance to spread awareness of asexuality and to help people to truly know that they can be themselves authentically, and that it's okay to not like nudity or not want sex or not experience sexual attraction, and that, you know, it's beautiful just to be who you are in life. And that's amazing. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And you know, if you don't want to carry on the human species, if you think that's kind of a part of the film that you get a bit tired of, I do understand where you're coming from, because I kind of get that myself. But we just have to be thankful and grateful for the people that do want sex and like it, that have brought us into this world, so we can spread love, joy and hope to other people and spread the word of asexuality, so that for generations to come in the future, they're not going to feel like they're having to be forcing themselves to have sex or want it or need it when they really don't, if they're asexual and don't feel that way. It's so important. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. I want to wish you a very, very, very happy day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Rap. Thank you, everyone. And the other person that's been watching since I started this. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you. And if you haven't seen Terminator Dark Fate already, go and check it out. It's an amazing, incredible movie. And I think you'll like it if you like the other Terminators. I thought it's good. Thank you so much, Andy. Thank you so much, everyone. Lots of love, and thanks for being here again on this channel. Should be live streaming again as usual tomorrow. So take care. Lots of love. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. Take care. Bye. Bye.